Hey guys, it's Chris with Double Eagle Gunworks, and today we're going to be talking about holsters and other ways to carry concealed. There's a lot of different options available for concealed carry. You can do inside the waistband, you can do outside the waistband, you can do a belly band, you can do corset holsters. There's off-body carry for like purses and other attaché cases type deals, but there's a lot of different options, so we're just going to talk about a few of them today. I'll show you some examples of those, and then we'll have links in the description down at the bottom of the video, and it won't necessarily be the exact holsters that we're showing here, but it'll be some of our favorite ones that are fall into the different categories that we talk about today. So let's start out with inside the waistband, and you can do inside the waistband with either Kydex holsters or leather holsters, and there's a lot of different configurations of the different holsters. The one that I carry every day for my SIG P320 is a leather inside the waistband holster. This one is a tuckable holster, so if I wanted to wear my shirt tucked in, I could tuck the shirt in between the belt and the holster itself and be able to keep the gun concealed even with my shirt tucked in. Normally I'll wear my shirt untucked just so I don't have to try to get everything tucked in. It's also easier to get to the gun by just lifting the shirt up rather than having to pull it out of your pants when you got it tucked in. But this one is a really nice holster. I typically tend to go for leather holsters more so than Kydex holsters. I've found over all the ones that I've tried over the years that the leather seems to be a more comfortable by the end of the day than the Kydex does. It's a softer material, and it will form to the gun and kind of round off some of the sharp edges just by getting compressed down a little bit more. Another option as far as Kydex, it kind of fits the same gun, is this one here. Kydex will usually be heat shaped to the gun specifically, so they're going to be more specific to particular guns. If there's a couple of guns that fit the same way, you might be able to use the same holster for a couple of different guns, but majority of the time your Kydex holsters are specific to particular guns. And this one also has the little piece here at the back of it that pushes against the belt and helps keep the holster tucked in tighter to the body rather than ones that are just the single belt loop that don't have the little piece here at the back to help keep it tucked in. They may tend to let the gun come out away from the body a little bit more than the ones that have the extra piece on it. Something similar to like this. This is a Kydex that works with the 365, so it doesn't have the extra leg at the back. So with just the single point here, it can let the gun come out away from the body a little bit more than the ones that have the extra piece on it. But just depending on your preference, Kydex is a great option. You don't have to worry about sweat or anything damaging the gun with Kydex, so it's got the advantage that way. As where leather, if you sweat a lot, it will stain the holster, and it can also let the sweat get toward the gun, so you have to make sure if you've been hot during the day that you want to check the gun and make sure it doesn't have any moisture on it at the end of the day, and just keep your gun wiped down. Another type of inside the waistband that doesn't have the belt clip like these that go over the belt. This one is a magnetic inside the waistband holster. It's designed more for a small revolver that goes in here, and then the belt clip just goes over the outside of the whatever clothing you're wearing, so you don't necessarily have to wear a belt with this one. This one can just be worn in shorts or any type of pants that you don't necessarily wear a belt with. And this magnet is pretty strong here. It will grab onto it. If it's directly in line with the magnet, then it really grabs tight. But it will hold through the clothing, so it's a really strong magnet. So those are some of your basic inside the waistband type holsters. And you've got outside the waistband that you can wear. This is a pancake type holster that will also work with the SIG here. If you're going to be somewhere where you can keep your shirt untucked, or if you're going to wear a jacket that's long enough, then you can use an outside the waistband holster. The biggest issue with an outside the waistband holster is you've got to make sure that your clothing, whatever you're wearing, is long enough to keep the gun covered, because if you raise up your arm to lift up for something, you don't want the bottom of your gun showing out from underneath your clothing. In some areas that can get you in trouble. Say that you're brandishing a gun, if somebody just sees the bottom of your gun poking out from underneath your clothing. So you want to make sure that you're able to keep everything covered with whatever type holster that you're wearing. Another very simple outside the waistband holster is just this single piece of leather here. It's got 2 notches cut in it where your belt goes through it, and the way this one works is it kind of bunches up once you got it on your body, and it just holds the gun in like that. It does cover the trigger guard when you've got it on, because it works so it's deep enough to let the trigger guard get down into the holster. And with this just being a piece of leather like this, it's not designed for any particular type of gun, so you can work this holster with any type of gun that you want to carry, as long as it fits down in the pocket that it forms once you put it on your belt. Now, a couple other more inside the waistband type things. This one is a kind of like, I think they call it a kangaroo type holster, because it has a little pouch here on the front of it that you can have a magazine and a gun in it. So you can just drop the gun down into the holster like this, and of course you just wrap the strap around your body, and this would be tucked inside your clothing. So if you don't wear belts a lot, or the clothing that you wear doesn't have belt loops on it, then something like this would be a great option to be able to have the gun concealed inside your clothing, but you don't have to have a belt on. Another one is the Bellyband. This one is the same type setup as far as it just wraps around your body. It's a lot wider material, so it's going to cover a lot more, and you have to, when you're wearing this one, it's going to be a little bit warmer than something like this. It just has the single strap on it, because this neoprene can get a little warm when you're wearing it during the day. But it's set up the same way, has the pockets on it that you can put the gun in, and then also have a spare magazine in there depending on how you're carrying it. And it's not a left or right draw. You can use it either way on this one. With the other holsters that we've been talking about, there's one thing I forgot to mention. All of your inside the waistband and outside the waistband are going to be specific to how you carry your gun. So if you do a right-handed draw, then the holster is only designed to be able to work with a right-handed draw. So the gun would be in here, and you could draw it out this way. If you try to put it on this side, then it's going to be, you could use it as a cross draw holster for a right-handed person. But if you're a left-handed person, then you're going to have to get a holster that's designed for a left-handed carry. Now, another option for under your garments would be a corset type holster, and these are very specific to your waist size, and they've got just like the regular corsets do, they've got stays in them to make it a little bit stiffer, but they have the pockets in the front where you can put the gun in there. So just depending on your body shape and what type of clothing you're putting on top of it, you can either have a small gun that pretty well hides all the way down in the pocket, or you could use the pocket for a little bit bigger gun, just depending on how much you wore over the top of it and how tight this was on your body. But make sure that you measure your waist properly and listen to the manufacturer and get the one that is specific to the size that they say you should get. Otherwise, you will be not able to breathe very well when you're wearing this type holster. Now, that gets most of the around your waist type carry. Now, another one that this is for off-body carry is a concealed carry purse. Some of them are designed with holsters already built into them. Other ones you would want to have a holster that would fit in the pocket. A great option for something like that would be to use one of these pocket holsters, and get to that in just a second. But you'd have the holster inside the purse, and again, this is designed for a right-handed draw, so you'd pull the gun out and the holster stays in there. The ones that are designed with the holster in place, again, it's specific to a right-handed or left-handed draw. Some purses are designed with zippers on both sides so that you can use it for left-handed or right-handed, or there's other ones that are designed as a top access for the concealed carry as well, so you just come in from the top. But depending on how you wear the purse, then that's going to dictate how you can carry your gun. Now, getting back to this little pocket holster here, this one are designed so that when you put it in your pocket, the material on the outside of it is kind of sticky, and it will grab the material inside your pocket, so that when you have the gun in there and you have it in your pocket, when you start to draw it out, the holster stays in your pocket and you're able to get the gun out without any problem. But to reholster this one, you definitely want to take the holster out of your pocket and put the gun back in before you try to stick that back in your pocket. Okay, another option for on-body carry is a shoulder holster, but there's a lot of better options out there than this one. I've ordered this one offline, and so I didn't see it in person before I actually ordered it. I really recommend that you actually see a holster like this before you order one, because this one just is not what it looked like online. It's set up a lot different, and the adjustability, I mean, it's adjustable, but it just doesn't fit right as the way a shoulder holster should. It's just not very well made, and it's very bad design. But the way the shoulder holster is supposed to work is you have the gun. If you're right-handed, then the gun would be over here on this side, and it's got a couple of magazine holsters over here that you'd have on this side, and of course you'd have to wear a jacket or something over the top of it to keep everything covered up. Okay, so we'll have some shoulder holsters in the links down at the bottom, but this one's not going to be one of it because I wouldn't recommend this one to anybody because it doesn't work the way I think it should as far as adjustability. But you know, you live and learn with holsters, so you're going to wind up with a collection of holsters anyway. Hopefully you don't want to spend a whole lot of money on one and get it and then it not be something that you're going to be able to wear. The last option that we have here for on-body carry is a ankle holster, and the way this ankle holster anyway is designed is you've got an upper strap that goes around the top of your calf, and then this one goes around your actual ankle, and then the gun would fit in there and have the strap there, and there's another pocket on this one that you could have a spare magazine in as well. But the biggest issue with ankle holsters is you've got to be able to get down two of them either by bending over or by propping your foot up on something to be able to access the ankle holster. Your pants can't be that snug around the ankle because it's going to show the gun, and it's also going to make it a lot harder to be able to access the gun if the pants are real tight against the gun itself. And another issue with this one here is these are usually made of neoprene. This one is neoprene here, but it's got Velcro closures on it. So you've got the heat of the neoprene. So during the summer heat, it's going to get kind of warm. And also, if your alignment with the Velcro is off just a little bit, then you're going to have this scratchy Velcro rubbing against your leg. So you'd have to wear full length knee socks to be able to keep your skin covered and keep it comfortable with something like this, unless you just like Velcro rubbing against your skin all day. And then also with the ones that are designed without the upper strap to help keep it supported, if it's just the ankle part of it, then they can slide down a lot easier when you're walking. Just the weight of the gun is going to, it and gravity are going to pull the holster down further on your ankle. So the upper strap helps keep the gun supported so that it doesn't slide out the bottom of your pants leg and expose your gun. So there's a lot of good options out there available for holsters, a lot of good manufacturers, and there's all sorts of choices for each one of the different ones that we're talking about here. So we've got descriptions and links in the description of the video down at the bottom. Not necessarily, again, going to be these specific holsters, but there'll be holsters that we would recommend for you to take a look at for each one of the types that we have. So like and subscribe down at the bottom, and check out doubleeaglegunworks.com for more information.